Meerut murder. This is pretty common in India. Once in a while, a murder or rape, some sort of crime becomes pretty popular in national news. And that shouldn't be the case. The crime shouldn't be popular. The thing that should be popular is the judgment that is given to these criminals. But that is not gonna happen even for this case. Let's look into it. Welcome to Astruggle and thank you for all the love and support. If you like my videos, subscribe to the channel. Harmarato.com, you can find a lot of cool products, traveling, touring, trekking. If you do any of these things, you can find products in it. Okay, let's look into it. While reading through what has happened to this particular case, there is like one particular line I felt literally heartbroken, guys. I can see like a lot of news channels and YouTubers actually using this as a content, but I genuinely want people to listen to what I say from a perspective of one person in this whole case, and that person is basically 6 years old. She didn't commit any crime, but every crime is committed against her and her father. These two people didn't commit any of the crimes. I mean, like the 6-year-old, what she has done to deserve this world. You know, the thing which broke my heart is like when someone asked her, "Where is your father?" And she says like, "He's in the drum." And that is where her father was actually dismembered and kept in it. Let's look at what happened 8 years ago. His name is Saurabh. He's actually a merchant navy officer. He came from London to see his family, his wife and 6-year-old baby, a kid, and then his family and all. And while he was at home and people came and visited him and then went back and whatever, and then after some time he was given a drink by his wife, and that drink was laced with sedatives. And of course he felt drowsy and he said he wanted to go to sleep, and he went to sleep. And that's basically the last time he saw his own kid and then this world. He didn't even know that he's going to be murdered in the most brutal way, and he went to sleep without waking up ever again. It's basically a love marriage, and Saurabh decided to go against his parents' wishes to marry her and said like, you know, she's my life and I wanted to get married, and he went ahead and married her. His parents were not very happy with this marriage and they actually protested it from the beginning. And then what happened is they had a baby, and it was a daughter, and she is 6 years old right now. And in 2021, that female, her name is like Muskan. I think her name is Muskan. She had an affair with a guy called Sahil, and that guy was like tantric. Most of the people who's going to see this video might be very religious, and trust me guys, you guys seriously cannot unsubscribe my channel. I don't really take any of this bullshit. I never appreciate any of this bullshit. Some people believe in Superman, some people believe in Harry Potter, some people believe in your favorite god. There is no literal difference between them, because if you're sick, you're going to a doctor. If you're hungry, you're going and making your own meal or asking for people to give you food and you eating it. No one is coming to help you out in any way. You live, you die exactly in the same way like any other animal in the world, to the same person who believes and not believes it anyway. So now what happens is this guy is basically sort of like a very religious one. I don't know, like maybe a Gori or whatever. He believed in sacrifices, human sacrifices and black magic and whatnot. Complete bullshit. If people claim this is true, I don't know what to say it. Go and check yourself in a mental asylum. Now what happened to this mental fellow, along with her, the wife of Saurabh, started planning to kill her husband. And again, there is a backstory to this one as well. Sahil's mother passed away a few years ago, and this female, she actually created multiple Snapchat account and talked to him that both of them are actually drug addicts and had so many superstitions as well. This female actually messaged him and saying that, you know, I'm your dead mother and I want you to listen to Muskin and do whatever she says. And then she started obliging to whatever she says and stuff. Now what happened on the day of the murder, she gave him sedatives, and her husband went to sleep. She called Sahil, and Sahil came to spot and to his home, and then they both actually killed him in a most gruesome way. The postmortem report clearly says that a sharp weapon, and before he comes into her home, Saurabh's home, he bought a knife and a drum. He stabbed with the sharp knives to the sternum, to the heart, and like 3 times. He died of very acute pain and then bleeding while he was sedated. And then it didn't stop there. The murder started, they dismembered the body into cut into 15 pieces, and then he took his head and the wrist, both the hands, and to his home, and then he did some pujas and stuff like that, some black magic and whatever, and then he came back with all of those body parts, and then he returned it back. Both of these criminals actually dumped him into the drum, put some cement into it, and then they went for Himachal Pradesh for a trip. And they went there, they stayed in a hotel, and then people got suspicion about these fellows. Then they went and celebrated Holi and posted pictures from her husband's phone to create some doubts and whatever. Finally, she ran out of money because, of course, these drug addicts obviously don't know how to make money, of course, and that is how the story is all starting out. And they returned back to Meerut and they got caught, and then she told the whole story of what happened. They both been lodged into prison. Her own parents saying that, you know, this girl is devil, the maximum punishment should be given to her, and her own father saying that she is not worthy of living and she should be put to death. Own mother saying that her son-in-law is like a good person and she should be punished, daughter should be punished. what sort of sick human beings they could have been. What is his fault, man? I mean, when a guy who loved a girl, gone against his own family wishes to marry her, and then in return she's basically giving all of this to this guy. I mean, like, I don't know what to expect. And just look at the 6-year-old. When people ask her, where is your father, and she's saying like he was in the drum. Just look at it, like how painful it for the 6-year-old it would have been. He just came from overseas. He came from London, and the kid, like, always, like, whenever father comes in, like, you know, he buys gifts and he always make the place very happy and all that sort of. And the kid would have been very happy at that moment, and she would have gone to sleep the day before thinking that tomorrow she might be going out with her father. And what was the crime she committed? I seriously couldn't take it, because while I was actually reading through it, my kids came from their school. They came home, and then, like, when I saw them, literally it breaks my heart, because my daughter is around 8 years old and that kid is around 6 years old. And just in case if I disappear just like that, I know how bad that would actually change my kids' life and how bad they will feel the rest of their life. And just imagine that 6-year-old has got a plenty of time to live across their entire life. Almost the entire life she don't have a mother, and the mother is the most evil person she personally know, and the father will always be the greatest person she's going to miss her whole life, where no one can replace him. That every time she goes to school, she will see a parent kissing the other kids and then giving them gifts and things like that, and she's gonna be alone all her life. Breaks my heart, guys. If anyone know that particular little girl personally, please get their contact details of their the guardian of the little kid. I'm happy to sponsor her education if she is actually having any issues with financials. Okay. And please, guys, whomever watching this video, just have some basic sense. Life is just one instance. Black magic and drug addiction, and you be whatever you want to do. Why ruin someone's life? So actually, I was actually working and then doing some stuff, like my team sent me the details and asked me to look into this stuff. And when I read through the case, it really, I don't know. Okay, we'll catch up in another video, guys, and thank you so much.